Hey everybody, my name is Taffy Lemon, and welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney. Last we left off, we were investigating more about the trial, and I think I put everything together with my big brain, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Also, we may or may not have had a few technical difficulties trying to get this to work because Steam decided to log me out of my own account and then not tell me what the code was. I'm relinking my email. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Oh, and real quick before this video starts, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to the video. Okay, here we go. It is the 27th. Damn, nothing about, like, anything before. Just fucking getting into it, I guess. Nothing in the waiting lobby. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Exworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... His voice is so jarring every time. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. What is that supposed to mean, sir? Everyone else is just as baffled. Order. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yeah, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I predicted that this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure yet. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. How are we sure of that? Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yeah. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang, yeah. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Von Karma, I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to explain what the fuck you mean by 3 minutes and the trial ends. Before my foot is shoved up your ass so far that it comes out your mouth. Okay?
Judge, your verdict, now. Yes. Mr. Wright?
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. What just happened? I feel like I'm in a fever dream. It's only been like 2 minutes. Okay. Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see? Continue.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
I see he still thinks I'm his son. And where did the bang seem to come from? And he's asleep again.
From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yeah. Good. Continue.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly. I'm fucking dying. I'm just calling it. This old guy did it.
Yep, at the time, that is.
At the time? So you heard 2 gunshots total.
Yep.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. By your window?
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad?
Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he is walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Eggsworth?
It was him, that Eggsworth boy.
Did he just faint? Did he just die of cardiac arrest in the courtroom? What is this game?
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
I just lost in thought. What should I do? Saving again! Because of course I am. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead," but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. I need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Karma's speedrunning the trial, guilty %.
He's about to become the fastest speedrunner on speedrun.com. Enough, the witness may leave the stand.
I think he's asleep.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Fuck!
The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Did I just fucking lose? Or was that a scripted event? Wait! Fucking again?
Who was that just now?
Me! Huh? What? Oh, fuck! Larry!
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony, then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Eggy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Thank you, Larry.
Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Hell yeah! So that was a scripted event. Thank fucking God.
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Why are we now in defendant lobby 2? Oh, wait, no, because we weren't. Never mind, I'm a dumbass. I thought the courtroom number would be the same as the defendant lobby number. I'm just fucking stupid. Anyway. Woo. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. It is very possible that he could have shot him. But he didn't have Edgeworth's gun, so how would that... Oh, right! And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
You say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Where are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. Picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
So not only was he going for the guilty percent, he was going for perfect percent. Okay, cool. Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court, and that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Was the last trial 10 minutes? I'm sorry, what? It felt like an hour, because it was an hour for me. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Oh, I think they're talking about this current one. Everything's on Larry now.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. This trial has been batshit crazy. That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Thank God, because I flubbed so many lines. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's a Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Maya is like my favorite voice to do because it's so easy. I didn't think that doing higher register voices would be as easy as it is for me, especially considering I have like a sort of mid-toned, like low-ish voice. But yeah, it's pretty easy.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There are so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time is it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gotten home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Looking for something. Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Around what time is that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. What century is this man living in? Also, you should know all about time considering he made a clock that turned out to be the winter weapon in 2 cases. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on that lake? Order, order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So you only heard 1 bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. It's okay, Maya. I know exactly what we're doing. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Oh, wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? What? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order, order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should you continue the testimony? If I say that's enough, then he's going to get, Eggsworth declared guilty. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah, nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
It's lonely being out on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to All Requests show on the radio, see? I was listening to it, real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio. Sure enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me, DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. So you turned on the radio?
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there, alone on Christmas Eve. Alone.
I shouldn't have said anything.
The fuck is an all request show? Oh, wait, never mind.
Do you, by any chance, remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set that night?
Real booming loud.
Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yup.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
You are going to destroy the cilia in your ears. It's fine though. It appears as though you have enough on your face to clarify as a whole new hearing nerve. Can you prove that?
No, of course you can't.
Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember the moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
What was he saying?
What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
That was a mouthful.
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason as to why we should care.
We don't care. Well, I literally don't have any other moves and nothing left to lose, so literally just, we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask, That actually worked?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot.
This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. Alright, what do we have in here? I said it once and I'll say it again. No one would believe me. It's like... sometime on the 24th or 25th. So that means it was... maybe the 24th. Oh shit. Almost wouldn't... Okay, I'm gonna try something ballsy here. We're putting on our big boy pants and we're making a big Chad move here, probably. Fuck. So it wasn't that. Fired 3 times. I'm sorry, 3? Okay, anyway. That was the one. Okay. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight?
I'm saving again! Okay, so methinks he would be wrong on account of the fact that we have two people now corroborating the claim of... We now have two people corroborating the claim of it was heard after midnight, and one person was before midnight. So majority rules on that one, plus the camera shot was at 2:15. But at the same time, am I gonna fuck myself over if I say that he's wrong? Well, I guess it had to have been Larry's mistake.
Ha! Very well.
Wait! I come up here, I give you a riveting testimony, and you laugh it off as some kind of mistake? What about me? How can you call yourself a friend, Nick? How? Get used to disappointment!
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim?
Oh, I guess he has to be right then. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
No, we don't!
Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
I can't save! I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Fired 3 times. 2 sounds 3 times. It has to be this. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order. I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah! You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have proof? But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now.
Yes, there fucking is. That's what you think, sir.
Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things?
Loud as camera. Oh shit! Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct? There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photo was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims.
Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. I don't get what he's getting at here. Phoenix, what the fuck are you on about, may I ask? Ugh! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgar's guilty verdict. Did he just say the same reasoning or the same? I fucking forgot. But what does he mean? I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. How?
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth? There could be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, Wookie, take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
What do you mean? Oh!
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot in the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. How does that make sense, Phoenix? What are you on about?
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad?
Yeah, my same question.
Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Okay, hang on. Hang on. So... Okay, so if Edgeworth says that he found the murder weapon on the floor and picked it up and that's why his fingerprints are on it, then he had to be on the boat because he says he was on the boat. Plus, the boat isn't big enough for the murderer to be on the boat. But if it's Edgeworth and Hammond, then literally how does that change anything at all? And it wouldn't make sense for the murderer to be on the boat. Especially consider... I think Hammond had to be on the boat. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around this, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Did I save? I'm gonna save again. I'm just gonna pick a random option and hope it works.
Let's go with this one. This one's pretty vague. It was the murderer in Robert Hammond.
What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot.
Yes, that's right.
Also, might I mention, the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth, has admitted to being on that boat.
Right, Your Honor. Crash and burn. Yeah, let's load that file, how about? That has to be this middle one. I feel like an idiot. I'm gonna be real. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it can't be either of these two. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. I knew it was the old guy! I said it! I called it! The old guy killed him! The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Yes, pray tell, where did it go? Oh, Phoenix. Oh god, now I have to decide. I hate this because I can't save, so if I screw it up, I screw it up. I'm hoping it's forgiving. Probably the boat shop, if I had to guess. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop.
I feel really smart.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Word proximity. This is around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
In that case, then I'm saving. You can't stop me. I will impulsively save every 2 minutes. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who had heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. Someone looking from the edge of this lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. I like how there's just utter silence every time I prove something right. They're like, oh my god, she actually did it. I want to be insulted by their low expectations of my intelligence, but I know it's probably fair.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
Why do we need to hear from him again? Is there a reason? Do we really need him here? Unless you're trying to make an arrest. Oh no, we're still waiting. Okay.
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Eggsworth, a few questions. Mr. Eggsworth, please take the stand. Mr. Eggsworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed, Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow. Again! The final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Are you kidding me? I think it's pretty cut and dry, but whatever. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did he say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. I'd skip through that last part.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
This is so gay. Every time these two are in the same room, they are so gay. I can see why the fan base thinks that they're married. They might as well be. What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had.
What in the AO3?
A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime that you committed. A memory of a murder. To be continued. Excellent place to leave me on a cliffhanger, game. Let me guess, it has something to do with his daddy issues. Probably. Alright, well, that is where I'm going to leave this episode of Ace Attorney. If you all liked it, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit that little bell icon so that you never miss an upload. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the show, my little lemons, and I will see all of you in the next one. Bye!